Joseph Cooley's back on the offseason ground. 3 national championships in the last 6 seasons, and he's looking to add on again to his resume. So as you can see here, we got some positions we got to address. We got to address the backfield at halfback and fullback, outside linebacker and cornerback. We did lose some good cornerbacks, and we did lose one of the best middle linebackers we ever had in Kevin Jackson, blaming on the boogie. So as of now, we have 6 pipeline states. We did lose 2, but we can gain those back right now in recruiting. Those 2 we're looking to get back are Ohio and North Carolina. We're looking to add on some pipeline states as well too. But mainly we want to continue to focus and reload and just make this team even better than it was in season 10. We mainly got to reload on defense. So let's get on with the recruiting. The first week of recruiting, we get a 4-star from Ohio and Wesley Dunbar, 5'10", 210 pounds, ranked as the number 7 running back in the country. This is big considering we lost Steve Rokobostic, we lost Brooke Thompson, and we got to look the load back up at the running back spot, and this is a great start. 4-star, he has great speed, and I know he's a bruiser. I think he was either a bruiser or a speed back, I forgot. Oh yeah, he's a bruiser, he's a power back. So he runs a 4.39, a 4.39 running back. That's considered a power back. That is really, really good, man. And then on top of that, good potential and average discipline. His strength numbers are pretty good. 370 on the bench and 640 on the squat. We're definitely going to take advantage of that. Going into next season, we might redshirt him. Might go to a 2 running back system next season. But at the most, we usually go 3 deep. Keith Jackson coming in from Lake Forest, Illinois. So 4-star cornerback, number 5 at his position nationally. Now this is important because he brings a lot of speed, a 4.16. My goodness, man. And then on top of that, you know, we lost Aaron Landrum, we lost Booker T. Reed, and now we're getting more speed in the secondary. That is huge. Great job, Joseph Cooley. Let's go into week 2 of recruiting. And things kick up just a little bit. So we get not only the number 1 strong safety in the country, we get the number 2 strong safety in the country, and Jeff Luke coming in from Brandon, Florida. Jeff Luke is 6 feet tall, weighs 207 pounds, a blue chip. So not only are we getting blue chips on offense, we're now getting blue chips on defense, and you can never go wrong with that. I forgot to see the rest of his attributes though, my bad. We go into week 3 though, and business is about to pick up. Word to Jim Ross from WWF. Charles Gilmore coming in all the way from the Bay Area of San Francisco, the number 4 fullback in the country, 5'11", 243 pounds. This is big considering we depend on fullbacks a lot when it comes to blocking, especially in the I formation. Now I forgot what the fullback depth chart looks like as of right now, but this is a big get for us. He's a receiving fullback. On top of that, he can also run the ball with a 4.56 speed. Good potential, good discipline. Yeah, we're going to have a lot more fun with him. And now that I think about it, I think I will run a 2 running back system and use the fullback as the 3rd guy. Kyle Jackson, 6'1", 300 pounds, coming in for Pinellas Park, Florida. The number 20 guard in the country, standing at 6'1", 300 pounds. Good potential and good discipline. Now remember, we have a young offensive line, so there will be competition on that offensive line this spring. We'll see who comes out on top, but the future is very, very bright on the offensive line. We had a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores start, and then we had some unexperienced junior players start. So with that being said, man, I'm excited about the offensive line. Ricky Lee coming in from Coppell, Texas, I believe that is. Coppell, Texas, my bad. Number 7 quarterback in the country, and look at this, another Elite 11 quarterback. Now our last 2 starting quarterbacks were also considered Elite 11 quarterbacks, and that was William Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, who's now with the NFL. And on top of that, we had Dan Finnerty, who's our current starter. And now you add Ricky Lee, another pocket passer. Look at that pass strength and pass accuracy though. A and A+, and on top of that, A- field awareness, along with good potential but poor discipline. Not really worried about that anymore. Our main focus is getting the best players that we can get We want to keep this dynasty going. We want to keep this stability going. And Joseph Cooley has done a great job in the past 10 seasons building Alabama State football into a national juggernaut. So we got Steven Spence coming in from Sheffield Lake, Ohio. There's no doubt now that we have Ohio back as a state pipeline. So we have the number 6 tackle in the country coming in. Good potential average discipline. Look at his bench and squat numbers though. Goodness. 500 on the bench, 715 on the squat. Field awareness is an aid that is always a bonus. The man is pretty damn strong. And we're hoping that eventually he will become a starter. We will definitely be taking advantage of that. He looks like he takes a lot of trips to IHOP and collects all kind of pancakes. Jimmy Brooks coming in from Monroeville, Alabama, the outside linebacker, ranked number 23 at his position. 4.6 speed, has an A+ field awareness. You can never go wrong with that. Good potential, poor discipline, and then B hands. That's pretty interesting. So let's go over to the current targets, and I was pretty upset about this. I was looking for another outside linebacker in BJ McConnell from New Jersey, but he decided to take his talents to Charlottesville, Virginia, and play for the Wahoos of the University of Virginia. He's ranked as the number 2 outside linebacker in the country. And I said to myself, in case we don't get him, I'm going to go after Brooks from Monroeville. But Virginia looks like they got a nice one coming in playing linebacker. So we're going into week 4 of recruiting. And this time we get another big boost in our backfield. We got Trey Bray, the 4-star coming out of Claiborne, Louisiana. The number 4 running back in the country, 6'2", 186. This is a big get for us. Now we have decisions to make in the backfield at running back. And then finally, the last and final week of recruiting, we get a couple of interesting players to round out our recruiting class. This was a really, really good recruiting class too, by the way. You'll be surprised at where we ended up at though. I'll show y'all that in a few. But we get Kerry Stanley from Rayne, Louisiana, one of our pipeline states, 6'7", 243 pounds. Now what's interesting about him is he runs a 4.6. He has A+ field awareness, and he has some pretty good strength on him. Good potential and poor discipline too as well. And on top of that, he's balanced. But the fact that he is 6'7", we could do a lot of damage with this guy in the near future. Kerry Stanley, I don't know what your rating is going to be right now, but we might redshirt you considering that we're pretty deep at middle linebacker right now. But welcome to Hornet Nation, homie. Now let me show y'all who I missed out on. I missed out on Matt Newby, this 3-star athlete, ranked number 13 from Sacramento. He committed to UNLV. He decided to stay out west. Look at that speed, 4.37, A+ hands. He looks like a wide receiver right here. He might even be a running back. I have no idea considering what UNLV wants to do with him. And then this one, Casey Andrews. This was the other linebacker I was trying to go after. 6'10", 241 from Cathy, Texas. He decided to stay in-state and go to Texas Southern. So as we go down the top 100 list, I want to show y'all something very, very interesting. Now I told y'all earlier, we have the number 1 and the number 2 strong safeties in the country. So Tony Newsome comes in at number 11, and he's ranked as the number 1 safety. Then we go to 15, and that's where we get old boy from Brandon, Florida, Jeff Luke, 6 feet 207. That was pretty interesting to me. So we got 2 of the top 15. So let's look at the class once again. You got Jeff Luke, overall our best recruit. Tony Newsome, Maurice Wood coming in from Paramount, California. We're pretty familiar with that place. It's not the first time we recruited in that area. Rayne, Louisiana comes Kerry Stanley. Wesley Dunbar from Ohio, number 7 running back in the country. And yeah, I'm very excited about him, as well as the other cat. We got Trey Blade. You got Keith Jackson coming in, number 4 running back Trey Blade. Charles Gilmore, the number 4 fullback in the country, coming in all the way from San Francisco, California. Kyle Jackson for Pinellas Park, Florida, number 20 guard in the country, 4-star. We've done a really, really good job, man. I'm very, very shocked that we did not have at least a top 5 class, because this was a really good class. Ricky Lee coming in, number 7 quarterback from Coppell, Texas, an elite 11 quarterback. Steven Spence, 6'6", 288 pounds, coming in from Sheffield Lake, Ohio, number 6 tackle in the country. Will McGee from Rochester, Michigan is one of our in-season recruits. Number 6 defensive end in the country, Bruce Wright. He's going to be redshirt, and we got a lot of strong safeties coming in. Kevin Graves from Florence, Alabama, another in-season recruit. And then on top of that, you have Jimmy Brooks coming in from Monroeville, Alabama. So as you see here, Georgia Tech has the best class, followed by Oregon State, Arizona State, Texas A&M, who won the Big 12 the last 3 seasons, Penn State, Missouri, Michigan, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Texas Tech, and there we go at number 11. And I think that's mainly because we only recruited 15 players. Like, I don't like cutting players, and I want to stick it with 70 because that's the max anyway. But I don't want to cut nobody. At 49 comes Bethune-Cookman. That's pretty good considering what they've been doing throughout this entire dynasty. Ryan Wallace comes in as their best player, rated as a 4-star for Venice, Florida. Then here goes Prairie View A&M coming in at 55 with 19 recruits overall and 1 4-star coming in from Fort Hood. North Carolina A&T had 2 4-stars. Not bad. Bulldog, we'll take that back. Aggies, my bad. A&T fans, don't kill me if you're watching this video. But yeah, the Aggies got 2 free safeties that are 4-stars. Grambling State comes in at 65 right behind them with 2 4-stars of their own. Both of them on the defensive line. That is not bad at all. Jackson State comes in with the 4-star from Cartersville, Georgia, 4-star Brian Mon. Wow. And then on top of that, they had 4 3-stars. Tennessee State, the MEAC champions. 1 4-star, a middle linebacker coming in from Fayetteville, Tennessee. 15 overall players, not bad for the MEAC champs. South Carolina State comes in with a tackle rated as a 4-star for Columbia, South Carolina. They come in ranked as the number 77 class in the country. Not bad, South Carolina State. We just hoping y'all can get back to stardom and win that MEAC again. Hampton Pirates, 78, right behind South Carolina State, and a bunch of 3-stars. Alabama A&M, their best recruit was a defensive end and a quarterback, and they come in at number 82 in the country. Texas Southern with 3 3-stars. Their best one is Casey Andrews, the guy I showed y'all, the 6'10" outside linebacker that weighs 247 pounds. He should make a big impact down there in Houston. Alcorn State's finally not on probation, and they finished at 8-5. And they didn't do bad in recruiting considering what they've been through. 86 class in the country. Number 99 comes Florida A&M. They've fallen off. 14 2-stars. Their best player is Jermaine Herron, strong safety out of North Miami. So there goes Ray Chambers for Delaware State. The Hornets of Delaware State coming at number 100. They got the cornerback Ray Chambers coming in from Ohio. Southern Jaguars, they got a 4-star in Josh Miller from Louisiana. For the most part, they stay in their state. They do most of their recruiting, and they are ranked at 102. Morgan State Bears coming in from Baltimore. 12 2-stars, and their best player is a halfback, Fred Thomas, that comes in from South Laurel, Maryland. Not bad considering Morgan State hasn't been great. Howard Bison has fallen off. Joel Harrah, the center from Pennsylvania, is their best player. Eastern Pennsylvania. Oh, that's where Lafayette University is. That's what's up. But they have 17 players overall. They're ranked 109th. Arkansas Pine Bluff comes in at 113. 2 3-stars is their best players. Adam Weddle, a wide receiver from Indiana, is the best one. Mississippi Valley State with Steve Burns, they come in at 114. And then Adam Blunt, the best player for Norfolk State, who come in with the number 118 class. That concludes this episode. Join us next time for the Season 11 preview. Peace.